See, basically, we have seen in the, let me give you that what are the tools are there in the vulnerability. These are the open source management tools for the vulnerability, like OpenBAS, Metasploit, OpenSCAP, or Anchor Open Source, Nmap, Sweep, Rivi, and Wireshark, Burpsuit. So comprehensive vulnerability scan. There are many scanners are there, like the free version of the vulnerability scanner. We use Nmap, and we are going to use the other one, which is not listed here, but these are the top one. But mostly people, using Rapid 7 and the other tools. So this is the for the on-premises vulnerability scanner free. These are free tools, and these are also free tools, but cloud-based, cloud scanning tools. If your machine in the cloud, so these tools can be utilized like OpenBAS, Nmap, pen testing, Metasploit, Cisco vulnerability management tool is also there. Qualys is the most people use. Qualys or Accunatics. These are the most sounding tools. Most of the organizations use this tool, and there are other tools also there. Rapid 7. So we use Tenable and Rapid 7 in our one of the client locations. Yeah, these even NASS also, these are the sounding tools like, Qualys, NASS, Tenable, Rapid 7. So these are the most people using tools. Wireshark is also scanning tools, but they use it on a protocol analyzer like API web scanner tools. So these are the cloud-based VM tools. So coming back to what is there in the VM tools. If I ask you that, if anyone asks, okay, let me guys. All essential managed vulnerability tools in our network through on reliable. What is that? Vulnerability assessment, networking device, web server hardening, high risk software audit, security, management, zero day vulnerabilities, antivirus audit, patch management compliance. So these are the key features of the VM tools. Let me come back to that. Basically, we can read in such a way so that we can understand. So end-to-end vulnerability management solution, these are the key features, like protecting every endpoint, workstation, laptop or server, virtual machines or web servers or databases. Gain in unified control visibility of your distributed IT respect of endpoints wherever reports. Like that means the user wherever you may be. So once you install in these tools, we can have the control of the machines, like automatic detect vulnerabilities, misconfiguration, risky software, and much more. Like look beyond a CVSS score. So that is a threat vulnerability score. If I type it in the Google also, we'll find it CVSS score. So this is an open source database. Basically, they maintain that. Okay, what is the threat score for the particular threat? Let's say in the VM said, okay, this is the one of the vulnerability threat. But how do you know that what is the threat details? So you can find that one. So this is the CVSS one. So they're talking about CVSS prioritized vulnerability based on age, exploit, and impact. Patch vulnerability and fix configuration with the click of a button. So it can be manageable of the your configuration of the patches, misconfiguration of the patches. Shiftly spot zero-day vulnerabilities and apply mitigation workarounds. It is like a 0 day. So the 0 day is nothing but there is a vulnerability in the software vendor. Whoever provided the software to you, they doesn't have the solution. Then we call it as the 0 day. So the 0 day can be, any attacker can compromise your machine or your software. So in that case also what it is meant to say that if we found any 0 day on our host machine, immediately we can mitigate, we'll update patches. If the vendor released patches, we'll sync with the vendor and we'll auto upgrade it. Like automated customized patching for Windows, Mac OS, Linux based on your organization needs. So they saying that automatically whatever window platform you're using or Linux or Mac you're using, we can handle it. Gain a bird eye view of the years of security posture with near real-time dashboards. They're saying that we can give the view of such a view where you can see it on a single dashboard. So they are detected vulnerabilities, how many detected, extensive coverage of this many vulnerabilities. They are CV numbers, common vulnerability exposure. Nothing but they have the open source vulnerability details, like access for over 120 security misconfigurations, spots high profile vulnerability within 24 hours, supports 18 languages, uh, scale to up to computers. I'm just giving one of the vendors details for the vulnerability source. So after vulnerability, what are the key elements they identify basically? Vulnerability assessment continually monitoring your endpoints for ever no or emerging vulnerabilities. So they mean to say that it works like an antivirus. Like if you see my screen, we already installed. So that means the agent was installed. So that's what they mean to say that we continuously monitor as an antivirus. If I show you that I can see the logs of the particular, so these are the logs of the managed engine. So every second they have the logs. System information, they know that user details, they know that. Look at the time also. This is just before only. And which format they saved all the details in the text format. And if I open anyone, let me, yes. So this is the details they captured on my PC. Current token, user details. So basically, let's say you say that I installed your anti VMware. So they look for the agent logs only. So okay, is that agent is active, or you can land service desk, or applying configurations, or you can scan initial patch scan. You can do it in the patch scan on individual way, or if you are using as a tool of the VM, like if I take this example, you can manage remotely of the any particular missions, like initially inventory scans, vulnerability management. Here I saw that logs, like vulnerability management plus agent details. This is nothing but agent. So just now I show you that whatever it is showing the behind the screen are the agent logs. So view logs, archive logs, agent details. I can see that what is the agent details. So agent was installed on a particular time. Agent version is this. Server is on my desktop server, and IP address is this, and server port. You said right. Okay. Then what is that port it is using? So the server port it is used 8383. Remote office location. So I gave that a remote office file. It is a local. Secondary server IP address is also same. So this is nothing but a agent details of the this particular manage engine vulnerabilities. So you can see that when I moving over my cursor, they are highlighted that what is the version of the agent I install on my computer. Okay, and after coming back to that, let me open so I can start the service. If I want, I can stop the service. I can open the console. What is happening on the tool? If I want to see the tool, I have to go here. Open web console. It is not a software like there's software install. Immediately I get into that. Here they're giving the web console. So it can open in the Chrome, any browser. The start operation, load this tray icon on Windows startup. So it is there. So if I click on that menu, I can see that. Okay. Uh, and what is that? Start service on Windows startup. Whenever my Windows starts, it should start automatically the services. I checked on that. Start web console on service startup. So again, I checked that. Okay, whenever my computer start, you please start that web console as well. Okay, hide tried is we can hide these services. So these are nothing but one agent details. Okay, so I said that okay, I installed this one of the tool. What is that manage engine? And I just want to know what all other details are there. So if you can scan, if you want to scan, you can scan initially by patches or anything. Let's see what it comes. So after, no, these are the continuous scanning, continuous monitoring your endpoint for no emerging vulnerabilities. That's how they install every agent on your computers. Analyzing vulnerability risk focus on the what's urgently. So they will prioritize the criticality. See exploit available for every vulnerabilities. Remediate within seconds. So they mean to say that within remediation time, we can remediate, we can resolve, or we can update the patches. Automatically correlation patches. If your patch is older version, we can upgrade it to the upper version. Mitigate zero down publicly disclosed vulnerabilities. So they can take the mitigated vulnerabilities. So these are the trusted customers of this particular manage engines. So I opened the web console. It is here. Okay. So this is the main dashboard of the vulnerability management plus home page, patch management. So okay. And what all the patches are there, particular mission, network devices. I just added one mission of my network. That is nothing but my VMwares. If I open this. That is nothing but my XP mission 92.134 192.168.92.134. I added this mission. See that 92.134. So I added one device in the network device. They given the default features. Okay, the way that install this is on my VM, that particular machine, MAC address is this IP address, and map the credentials. I map the credentials as well. System info. So it is giving my present desktop information. So what are the details are there? So Windows, what version? Windows 10 Professional, admin login out, last boot time. So they give them boot time. And as we have groups like Windows groups, IT groups, HR groups, patch management groups. So I have only one group, so that's the reason more group they selected. It will give the summary of that. Okay, what are the vulnerability status? Health status is unknown. Scanning failed, so it could not scan. If I want, I can rescan also. I just confirm the scanning is initiated. Okay, last successful scan was not there. Number of patches we installed unable to get because the scan was not completed. Install software. So this is also not got the sufficient information. I'm just trying to understand is there any vulnerabilities on my host machine that is present in Windows 7, so Windows 10, and still no data is available. Getting the patches and configuration details also doesn't have, and port audit doesn't have. Okay. Let's come back to other missions like deployment. Deployment, we just saw that we just installed. How you going to install? You can install on the Windows or Mac or Linux. Let's say if you want to install on any one of the Windows machine, but because I don't have the Mac, so you can remotely deploy also. You can remotely deploy the configuration, applying deploy. So deploy at the earliest stage.
Ramaji, I have a question.
Yeah. Please.
So these software needs to be on the whoever we are checking. Can we add? Suppose this software I have in my computer. I wanna check in your computer what's going on. So can we do that, or just like this is only for the host machine? Like if who has the host machine only they can check the stuff like antivirus, or can we tap into some other computer to see what's going on from by this software?
See, basically, you cannot check remotely without adding, like, can you see my screen? There are two groups. You either in the domain group, work group, or in the local office group. No, present, I have two groups. I created only local office. So you have to be part of that group. Then only you can add. You can be, uh, be in the group. So I just added two groups. So then I can give your mission like I have the like if you see that I just now showed that Windows 10 and that remote mission details also. I have each group I have one mission. So I added that. Now I can deploy it. But yeah, still there is time missing. Okay, let me select. When do you want? Do you want to work on the weekend, post deployment or unpatched systems? After restart, okay, I selected the weekend dates, time and particular date I given that. So I don't need to go manually again. So the patches will automatically add it. Okay, install the patches. I give the weekend dates, or let's see, select today only. And let me try. What else I need to cover? Okay, add the patch. So I don't have any patch as of now, but normally here they used to send a patches. Since it is a free version, it is not allowing it. But obviously, if you have any patches, particular to any application, you can add it here, or you can remotely deploy it. Like let's say there is an application called Dell Inspiron laptop. Okay, if you want to install or missing any patches, I want to find, you can find it. Okay, what are security updates or third-party updates or definition of service pack? Let's say I selected service pack. Then family is a puppet or mirror. So these are the default, no, one of the applications like they have a certain group of the families. So I just selected randomly, but it is not there. But it is not there. I can see that after approving status or anything, but total records also I can't see anything because I have the limit. But the same thing happens at the administrator point of if you are a VM vulnerability management guy, you want to apply patches or anything. So this is the procedure. This is the procedure like you go and simply select deploy the agent. Now we install manually on the one particular machine. Let's see if you want to deploy on the any other missions. So you need to go the patch, you have to select the patch or uninstall that application. Now I'm in the installing mode and I will add the patches particularly, and I will give the deployment, apply the deployment policy. So I have the different policies, deploy anytime at the earliest. So whatever it is fine. Now I given the patches, I said that if the host is on or connected to my internal network, please install it immediately. So I gave the patch outside deployment window. So I give the weekend, and I selected my different targets. Like one is remote office domain. As you said, you are also working in my company. I need to update the patches in our computer. So I added your mission in the local office. Let's say I have another guy who sits in the corporate office. So I added that guy also, that mission. So that basically I should select the group. Then I give that, okay, timeline, how much which retry during setup or during refresh. So I'm giving the timeline to that. If anything fail, please enable the notifications, notify by email. You should give your email address, so it will notify you. Okay, after installations. So when it is going to be scheduled time, I give the scheduled time. Okay, and then I can simply deploy immediately. I can deploy immediately or deploy at the particular time or save as a draft. So whatever I made the changes on the want to install this particular vulnerability manager, plus I can save this as a draft. So this is the overall of the VMware thing, VMware features. Now, if
So
you
it's
come back,
kind of like a SCCM system. Like we're deploying patches for computers, right?
yes, that was
So
the prime.
what we're actually like, what do you mean by the patch actually? If you clear a little bit, like what we are trying to deploy on those computers.
The patch could be anything. Let's say if I'm using, Zoom. Let me take the example of Zoom application.
So
Let
nothing is security, like it can be any software.
Yeah, any software. Like if I ask you Google, what is Zoom latest patches?
Oh, got you.
1 second, my boss is calling. I don't know suddenly. Let me answer that call. I will be back. Sir, good morning.
আহ,
আমার
রিফা
জি
ফাহিম,
জি
হ্যাঁ বুঝতেছো তুমি?
হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, তুমি টুল গুলা ধরতে পারতেছো? কারণ আমি তো আসলে ও যখন যাচ্ছে শুধু উপরের গুলা আমার ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু কিভাবে কি দেখাইলো আমি তো বুঝলাম না এত তাড়াতাড়ি।
ও আসলে এইভাবেই যায়, এই জন্য আমি ওরে বলছিলাম যে মানে আমরা করি, তুমি আমাদেরকে দেখাও, ওরে এটা আমি
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
বলছিলাম।
হ্যাঁ।
But ও তো ওর মতো করে যাচ্ছে। সো ও বেসিক্যালি দেখাচ্ছে যে ধরেন আপনি এখান থেকে মানে কোন, এই যে আমরা একটু আগে যে এসসিসিএম এর কথা বলতেছিলাম, ধরেন
হুম
আপনার
হুম
কম্পিউটারে হইতেছে অ্যাডোবি মানে পিডিএফ যেটা রিডার, অ্যাডোবি অ্যাক্রোবেট যেটা, ধরেন ওটার প্যাচ আপনার কম্পিউটারে আছে 14.5, এখন লেটেস্ট বেরিয়েছে 14.6। সো কোম্পানি নেটওয়ার্ক, কোম্পানি কম্পিউটার গুলো তো অটোমেটিক আপডেট হয় না আনলেস অ্যাডমিন কনসোল থেকে প্যাচটাকে পুশ করা হয়। তো এই সোফার এতটুকুই বুঝলাম যে এখানে ধরেন আপনার অ্যাডোবির 14.7 বের হইছে, এটা এখন ও ডেপ্লয় করবে। এখন ওর একটা নেটওয়ার্কের আন্ডারে ধরেন 50টা কম্পিউটার আছে, ও হচ্ছে অ্যাডমিন। একটু আগে যে স্ক্রিনটা দেখাচ্ছিল, ওই যে লোকাল অ্যাডমিন ওয়ার্ক গ্রুপ, ওই জায়গায় সিলেক্ট করলে ওই ওয়ার্ক গ্রুপের আন্ডার ওই 50টা কম্পিউটার একসাথে সিলেক্ট হয়ে যায়। তো ওখানে গিয়ে আপনি এরপর লেফট সাইডে যে ইয়েটা ছিল লিস্টটা, ওখান থেকে আপনি ধরেন অ্যাডোবিটা সিলেক্ট করলেন, পুশ দ্য লেটেস্ট ভার্সন, তো ওইটা নিয়ে ওখান দিয়ে ডেপ্লয় দিলে অটোমেটিক ওটা ডেপ্লয় হয়ে যায় আর কি। ও সোফার এটা বোঝাচ্ছে, কিন্তু এটা তো সিকিউরিটির সাথে কোনোভাবে মানে মিলতেছে না। তো আমি এটাও দেখতে
হুম
চাচ্ছি আর
হুম
কি, যে
হুম
এটা কি করতে চাচ্ছে, বাট ইনিশিয়ালি এই কাজগুলো তো টুকটাক আমরা করি আর কি, এই জন্য আমি আমার
আচ্ছা
মতো
আচ্ছা
বুঝতেছি। জি।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ওকে
ও আসলে কি বুঝাতে চাচ্ছে আমি ক্লিয়ার না এখনো, বাট যা দেখতেছি আহ মানে এটাই করতেছে আর কি।
আমি আসলে খুব একটা ভালো আমি তার প্রথমে একটু ফলো করছি কিন্তু ওই যে ভিতরের জিনিসগুলো যে দেখাইলো ওইটা কিভাবে গেল আমি নিজেও টের পাইলাম না আর কি
কি বলবো আর।
আহ, আর সময় অনেক হয়ে গেছে প্রায় 11টা বাজে
হ্যাঁ আমারও শুইতে।
আসলে অনেক টায়ার্ড তো আজকে সারাদিন অনেক প্রেসার গেছে আর কি 4টা জব অ্যাপ্লাই করছি আজকে
ও হ্যাঁ, এগুলো অনেক টায়ারিং আসলে, দেখে 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 অ্যাপ্লাই করা
তোমার
চার
হ্যাঁ 2-3 ঘন্টা সময় লাগে এক একটা জব অ্যাপ্লাই
হ্যাঁ
করতে
4-5 ঘন্টা চলে যায় কোন দিক দিয়ে আঙ্কেল, মানে
হুম
কারণ আমি যেটা করি, আমি ধরেন আমার রেজুমি আমি কিন্তু টুইক করি কিরকম, যে ওর জব ডিসক্রিপশন দেখি যেখানে অ্যাপ্লাই করতেছি, ওটা অনুযায়ী আমি 5-6টা ইয়ে বদলাই দিই, মানে ধরেন মানে ওগুলো আমি আমার আমার কোয়ালিফিকেশনে আছে, কিন্তু আমি ওগুলাকে প্রথম 5টা পয়েন্টে দিয়ে দিই ওর জব ডিসক্রিপশন থেকে কপি পেস্ট করে। তো এটা কিন্তু একটা খুব ভালো স্ট্র্যাটেজি, তো আমি এটা করতাম আর কি যখন অ্যাপ্লাই করতাম জবের জন্য। সো রেজুমিটাও আপডেটেড থাকলো, ওরা যেটা চাচ্ছে ওটা থাকলো, মানে লাইক এক্সাম্পল হইতেছে যে ওদের টুল হইতেছে এনম্যাপ, আপনার ওখানে জব ডিসক্রিপশনে দেয়া যে ভেরি ফ্যামিলিয়ার উইথ এনম্যাপ, scanning vulnerabilities and work on them at the team of forensic team and work with the forensic team
আমরা
closely.
কি শুরু করতে পারি?
ওরে জি। জি আচ্ছা, জি আচ্ছা।
Okay, thank you.
So Brahmaji, what you are showing, you are going very fast. So
Oh,
I was
yeah.
wondering, because this is very first time you are showing these tools, right? So I was wondering if you can log on to our computer and see if you can show us the basic things instead of showing all the advanced things in your computer because we just downloaded. We want to today our brain is tired. We don't want to focus. We don't want to take that much time of yours and it's almost 11 p.m. And I was watching the news all day today at television. What's going on in Bangladesh? You know that,
Yeah,
right?
you are happy that PM got resigned, right? I don't know. She's
Yes,
I thought.
yes. She was in 15 years and she was doing all kind of corruption. So we are very happy about it. I don't know about Fahim, but I am happy.
What do you know about me, man? Everyone is.
Yeah, everybody's happy,
Oh,
because we
she
are
arrived, I
celebrating.
think. She was not in the country. That's what the latest.
No, no, no. She is in your country now. She's in
Ah.
your country.
Yeah, if you see her, just push them away into the river.
She was in our like her when she was in the party, her government took our house back home because we were a minority, so we have to move another place.
Hmm.
We had a very sad story in this government, because they were having all kind of corruption, all kind of bribes, all kind of political corruptions, and taking all the money from people. I mean, they were just doing whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah, I saw. It's been a long time. I don't
And
know.
15 years.
Oh my
Can
God.
you believe that? 15 years.
Don't you have
And
voting system like no?
yeah, so you are not recording, are you?
Array, sorry, is there? Sorry,
Oh,
let me pause.
I thought you were not recording when you start talking to your boss.